So to test our WebSocket connection, there is a tool which is called PostMan, because now we don't have any front end, so we need a tool to test with it, the WebSocket. So for that, I am going to Google and I will type PostMan, and we will have in the first result, and we will have a link which is called download PostMan. And downloading PostMan, you can have it for Mac or you can have it for Windows. It depends on your platform, as you see here. So you can install. It's very important to be the latest version. So if you have that PostMan before, it's better to update it, because the previous version of now doesn't have the feature of WebSocket testing. The new version has that feature. So I installed PostMan already and I have opened it. So I have that opened already. So we have this home page or home screen, and then you can use any feature which you have or the new features from PostMan. So first of all, it says here, start with something new. Let's create a new call, and this new call will have something called WebSocket, and it's beta. After that, it will be published after like some period. They are going to test it because it's a new feature in PostMan. So we put here a WebSocket request. And if you remember, we are running. Make sure we are running our server and we don't have any errors. So for that, we have the port 3000. Remember that always. So the connection to a WebSocket, and because we are using the library which is called socket.io, PostMan has an option to use Socket.io library. So make sure to select that connection or that option. Do not use the raw connection or the normal WebSocket which comes by default with JavaScript. So we are using the library Socket.io. So after that, you have to type the server or the address which we are going to connect to. So for that, I will type HTTP and then localhost, and then I will put the port which I used to create my web server. So my web server is using the port 3000. So after that, I will click on connect. And as you see, I have connected to localhost 3000. Let's go back to our application and we will see that we got a message which is called client connected. So there is a client connected to our server, and it shows that in the console log based on the message is on connection. Let's stop the server. I am going to stop the server now and go to the PostMan again and try again to connect. So as you see here, it's automatically disconnected because the server stopped. So when I try to connect, I am getting error like we could not connect to this local host because the server is not running. So for that, let's run the server again, npm run start, the server is running, and I am going to PostMan, connect again, and you will see that we are connected. One last note, every time you change in the code, for example, I will add here some line, and I am going to save, and as you see that the server got restarted, and on every restart you have to note that you are losing the connection with PostMan. As you see here, it's disconnected. So on every change you do on your code, you need to reconnect again to see the messages flow, as we will see later with crypto prices.